Hey, I hope you're having a fantastic week. I really don't have a genuine idea of what's going on with this video. This is Trent's brainchild, which I'm always intrigued, actually. I like it. Before it scared me, I gotta lie. Sometimes it would scare me some when you'd have that devilish look on your face and say, I got this video.
Yeah.
But anymore, it's very intriguing to see what's in your brain and what's in your mind. I see some fantastic stuff around us. You all can't see that, but they're on both sides, and there's plenty.
Well, it's just I'm going to have you bring each one out because I'm also genuinely curious as to hear your perspective.
Oh, apologize, Trent. Those over there for other purpose. So what we have is just over here.
Just those and not the...
Those over there didn't fit the narrative of what we have over here.
Yes.
Okay. My bad. Now, Brendan, I thought we got like 10, 15 bottles up here.
No.
What's going on?
There's a total of 6.
Fair enough.
And what we're going to be talking about today are limited or allocated releases that I'm just not excited about anymore. Whether that be because of the price point, I don't know if I'm just getting lame, but I feel like the general customer sentiment, and I'm hoping with this video that you guys chime in the comments below, because I want to know if I'm the only one that feels this way, or if the general consensus from you guys, the consumer, are aligned with mine in this case. But we're going to be talking about the releases that I'm just not excited about anymore, whereas 3, 4, 5 years ago, I'd have been chomping at the bit, texting Harry, going into trail every day, being like, hey, Mike, you got this, you got that, whatever. And it makes me sad that I'm not as excited about these things as I was, but not to say I'm not excited about bourbon at all. There's a lot of other great small distilleries or distilleries pushing the envelope. I can name 100 of them we have in the past. I don't want to be repetitive. But why don't you bring out that first squat bottle there?
I don't know. This may not go very well.
Old Forester Birthday Bourbon is one that I feel like it was our kind of first really hyper allocated bottle. I remember Mom was going to Triangle.
You remember that?
We had a snafu with it was the 2020, I'm sorry, it was the Old Forester Birthday Bourbon, the 2020, the first one we ever got. Mm-hmm. And it was the most exciting thing, apart from the time I got my first blends, that I can truly remember getting. And I thought it was pretty good. Mm-hmm. I think that bottle's long gone. I don't remember much about it. Mm-hmm. But this one, not to say that it's bad, but it's just, it's either a 10, 11, or a 12-year bourbon. This one in particular is 92 proof. It's gonna be super hard to get. It's gonna be $150 to $200. It's a cool annual release. The bottle's cool. The story behind it's neat. But it's just not exciting. I feel like the last couple times we've gotten the birthday bourbon, it's just been, It's not, it doesn't...
It's been mid.
It's been a little mid. It doesn't truly, to me, it does not signify or embody a true limited release.
I think some of the conversation that needs to be had here is proof.
Yeah.
What is your level of proof that should qualify for a very nice limited release? And I understand where Trent's come from. Now, me personally, I enjoy lower proof bourbons more than he does. I genuinely like Old Forester Birthday Bourbon for the most part.
Okay.
It hasn't reached to this point that I'm aware of the levels of pricing, such as, shame for me even saying it, such as Wild Turkey. But again, once again, I think all this really boils down to being a proof issue. And I understand the arguments.
Yeah.
More proof, more flavor, I get it all. I do enjoy it. I guess for me it's more on the edge rather than just forget it. I don't want to look for another one.
I mean, here's the thing. If let's say Harry came to me, he's like, hey dude, I got this birthday bourbon for you. It's X amount of price. I would honestly probably look at the proof first. I think this year's already come out. I can't remember exactly what the proof is. I believe it's lower again. I would honestly think about it. Whereas before 3, 4, 5 years ago, I would have bought it without even thinking about it.
Yeah.
I just tried it again. I would prefer the 10-year.
Well, I can tell you this. I've texted Harry probably 10 times about the Wild Turkey 16-year Gold Foil. And I haven't texted him all about birthday bourbon to see when it's coming.
Yeah, I think there's more.
I will say that.
I think there's other better limited releases that truly embody a limited release, whether they're difficult to come by or not. That that's one thing. Mm-hmm. But
I've texted him more about the Four Roses single barrels coming out
Yeah.
too.
And I think that's...
I don't know.
This video is not meant to sound ungrateful. We're very fortunate to be able to try these things. It's just the excitement factor is just not there for this release, whereas there's $50, $60 bottles are more intriguing at this point in our bourbon journey than anything, I think. But
well, this next one, Trent, I can't agree with you more.
Yeah. The Remus Repeals, we have been just truly chasing the fifth one. And I think there's a couple other releases out here that kind of follow the same sentiment as this one. The fifth one was the best one, and that was 5 years ago that it came out, and they just have not come out with anything significantly close to that quality.
Listen, here's truth right here from the SLB Basement Bourbon Bar. We had like the first couple of these or whatever, and they're all right. And so you remember when you were at Harry's and said, "Do you want this Remus Repeal 5?" I went, "Nah." It's just...
I do remember that. Oh,
then all of a sudden, it just exploded on Whiskey Tube and everywhere else under the sun how great it was. Called Harry back. "I'm sorry, sir." He calls me sir. "I'm sorry, sir. They're all sold. We were sold out." I didn't get one of these. I think you found one a year or so later, like a year and a half later. We didn't have one for that year to review. We missed it because I passed on it. Now, because of that action, we pretty much bought pretty close to all of the rest of them.
We have purchased the rest of them.
Hoping to climb to that pinnacle again, which was number 5, as Trent mentioned. And it falls pretty short.
It does. And the one that we reviewed the other day that you picked out for me and Ken is actually sitting right over there, the 2026 or whatever it was. It's just not there, unfortunately. Yeah. I will say I will be purchasing the Remus Repeal Rye that they're coming out with later this year. I want to see what it's all about.
Sure.
My hope with that is that it reignites the Elijah, like similar to the Elijah Craig barrel proof bourbon to the rye. That was a fantastic choice from them. I'm hoping that the Remus Repeal Rye does the same thing and kind of reignites the lineup and the interest in the lineup.
Let's hope so.
But I think so far, the fifth one is the best one, and I don't know that we're going to be buying any more of them.
All right, buddy. Let's go. Let me see. I'm going to pick which ones we're doing here. How about that? Oh, my. All right. Let's go this route.
I knew nothing about Yellowstone when I first started. I didn't know anything about bourbon when I first started collecting. I remember I went to Pat's. It was a liquor store in Porter, Indiana, right off of 20. Or is that 12? That's 20. I purchased the Yellowstone. The bottle was cool. It was I think it was a 2021 or 2020. It was $99 at that point. I didn't know anything about it. I just saw a limited release. I was in that stage. I'm sure a lot of you guys were also in that stage. So I bought it. I tried it and I truly enjoyed it. I thought it was a very good bottle. I think we have every single one since 2021 or what?
Yeah, to be fair, Yellowstone is not a particular brand that I don't dislike it greatly. It's just not, I don't like it greatly either on any level. And so it's not surprising to me when the special releases come out that it's not bad. Trust me, give me a word. It's not bad. It's just not my palate, not my cup of tea. They're okay.
I think it's not exciting anymore when I see these. I'm not looking forward to it. I don't have it marked on my calendar. There are very few releases anymore that I look at. I can't say that. There's quite a bit that come out, but they're usually from smaller distilleries, or they're from distilleries pushing the bar that are doing different, interesting finishes. Ones that are 50, 60, 70, 80 bucks. I think these now are like 139, 129, something like that. This is the 10-year. It's a blend of it's a blend of straight bourbon. They didn't do any kind of a finish this year, but I'm just not into it.
Guys, listen, I know Friday was a little bit of a health update for myself, and God bless all of you and that again, but I'm just going to put this out there. If you didn't watch Friday's video, watch it, because not all of it's about me. We'll never do that whole video. We're also tasting the special release that's going to come out, this Friday from McBrayer.
It's fantastic.
10 times rather have that than this thing.
I'm with you.
10 times.
I'm with you.
It's $100, but well worth $100.
And
it's their special 250th anniversary bottle.
I don't want to get up on a soapbox or anything like that, but the amount of small distilleries that have been closing in the last couple of years is actually quite sad. Not only did a lot of people put their life savings, their 401ks, whatever, at stake to try and pursue a dream or a passion, and they ended up going out of business. But stuff like this is staying open, and that's fine. It has its place. But I truly think that if you're into bourbon and you want to really kind of step outside your comfort zone with stuff, support local or small distilleries. I think honestly that's your best bet. These guys are playing it a little bit safe at this point, in my opinion, and there's no way that this is a $140 bottle.
Right. I would agree with that.
I'm sorry.
We have 3 left, guys. Don't stick around. I'm going to save the best for last.
I know which one you're saying.
You know what you're going to be floored. I'm shocked at this point. Stick around.
I knew that.
Now I'm gonna have some struggles with this one.
Never mind. That's not what I thought you.
No, go ahead, bro. Go ahead. I'm gonna have a little struggle with this one, but that's not the one that shocked me. That's up there. I realize why I didn't pull any of these bottles. I realize why you would pull this bottle.
Sure, and
Four Roses is a little bit more up my alley, a little bit more into my flavor palette than you.
there's some bias here. I'm not ignorant to that fact, but I will say, my favorite Four Roses small batch was 2019. Similar to the Old Forester birthday bourbon. I just don't think that I don't think it's gotten to that. I think 2019 was the pinnacle of kind of, I guess, modern-ish day Four Roses. I don't think that any of the subsequent ones are kind of to that level, and the price has only gotten more expensive. I think these are $250 now, MSRP.
That's a struggle.
That's tough. And I will say, Four Roses is doing the anthology release. It's a 21 year. They're doing the Mizunara finish. I think their first ever finished bourbon that they're doing, which I think is really cool. They just got bought by Gallo or Galloway. I can't remember the name off the top of my head.
Right.
I'm truly excited to see what they have coming, because maybe they're going to push the envelope. They have experience with a winery, so maybe they're going to take some of those techniques and push them forward to help elevate the brand. I think for me, Four Roses has just gotten a little bit stale. I do like that they are doing those single barrels.
Love that.
I'll say that. The brand as a whole
$50
for me isn't just a total, a thumbs down. I think the single barrels that they're doing is really neat. It's a cool idea to help rejuvenate interest into the brand for a really solid price point. The limited releases, though, at least the small batch, we haven't tried the anthology release. We haven't tried the Mizunara. I'm just not looking forward to it anymore.
All right. Well, I had a difference of opinion, and you're telling me 250, and I'm like, okay, that's a huge.
It's either 220, 229 or 250, at least in our area.
Over 200 is a huge topic of conversation. All right, this one is a no-brainer of everything that's on the bar top. In my opinion, this one would be numero uno to skip.
Yeah. Blood Oath, man. My favorite was the Calvados. That's why I chose this one in particular.
Yeah,
this is, again,
it's very good.
The pinnacle of the lineup. They do these annually. Again, similar to all these, I was going to the liquor store every day. I was asking for it when it first came out. These were usually February releases. Now they're kind of tailing towards like the April, May release kind of a schedule. I don't love them. I haven't had one that I truly enjoyed. The sherry one I thought was pretty good. But again, you're pushing over $100 for some of these, and the proof point that you're getting is always whatever your blood temperature is, 98.6. Yeah. So I don't think that the juice is really worth the squeeze, especially for a limited release. If this was part of Blood Oath's,
they're like $150 too, or something like
120, 130, something like that. I think it might even be that much anymore. They just came out with an añejo, I think, an añejo cast finish, or some kind of a tequila agave spirit type of thing. I'm not going to be purchasing that one.
No, we can't get them all, guys. We can't get them all. We actually passed on the last Heaven Hill that came out. We can't get them all.
There was the Heaven Hill that came out?
Yeah, remember Eric?
Oh, the 22? Yeah, I was going to put the Heaven Hills on here, but
we passed on. What I'm saying is we passed on that one.
Yeah.
That one that came out was spectacular.
17?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then the other couple were pretty good. That's a lot of money. Can't get them all.
Well, okay, that's the reason for my next one, and this is the final one, the
this
sixth
will kill
one.
you. He used to just crawl on his hands and knees for this one here, guys. Oh, don't be. Give it to him in the comments. Give it to him in the comments. Old Fitzgerald.
I will say this. I would have lined up for any one of these back in the day, especially these. I loved these.
Oh, you were all over those.
I think there was a point in time, now that I'm actually like thinking a little bit more statistically about it, I think it was like whenever the Heaven Hill 17 and the Old Fit 17 came out, there was a ton of other great limited releases that came out that year.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what was in the air. I don't know what was in the barrels, but it was like, it peaked.
Yeah, it's primo. Wonderful
at that time. Since then, there was an old Fitz decanter that was a 7-year.
Mm-hmm.
That's the same age as the standard 7-year you can get on the show. Why is that in this? Why are you charging me 2 times the price for it?
Yeah,
that irked me. And it's like 7, 9-year, 8-year, whatever. It's like that. The whole point to me, I'm getting ranty now. I'm sorry. The whole point of
I knew you would.
The whole point of a decanter series is to showcase elevated juice. You're putting it in a beautiful bottle. Why are you making it a 7, 8, 9-year? That makes no sense. Well, if you're trying to milk the money out of the customer, that makes sense to me. But why are we putting a 7-year in that bottle when you can get the 7-year in the taller bottle for half the price?
Yeah,
it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I get it.
It's honestly frustrating, but
yeah,
I hate to get ranty. I don't want to sound unappreciative because all these bottles are really solid. They are, a lot of people are out and looking for them, but to me, it's just.
Well, I think we're in the season, we're in the time frame where a good majority of us seasoned whiskey drinkers are being a lot more particular about our purchases.
And I think this is why.
And so, I wouldn't be ashamed if I were you, and I know you never are anyways, you don't care.
I don't.
But I wouldn't be ashamed if I were you to say, 3 or 4 of those, no, it's not for me. Be very picky, very choosy. Money's hard to come by these days. We're paying a lot of money for a lot of different things. And the economy that we're living in right now, it can be kind of tough on a lot of folks. So it's not uncanny right now where people's going to be a lot more particular about what you're going to purchase and what you're not going to purchase because whether good or bad, a lot of us seasoned drinkers have a couple bottles at home already.
Yeah.
So why do you want to just add for the sake of says it's a limited release? And
there's no return policy on these. You open them and you're out whatever you paid. I will say this, and this is not a sponsored video by any means. I would rather have this Peerless 10.
And that wasn't cheap either.
It wasn't. It was an expensive bottle. Mm-hmm. I would rather have this than any 6 of these up here.
Yeah, I'm not going to argue with you on that.
Personally.
This one hurts my heart a little bit.
I know. But they did a really good job.
I'm not going to argue that.
But I think that's also to say smaller distilleries are putting out great stuff. It might be a little bit more expensive because they are smaller. And I will also say Peerless's pricing has always kind of driven me nuts. I don't quite understand some of it, but that's not my job. I would rather have this than any one of these up here.
Well, let's talk about it in the comments, guys. I'd really like to know your thoughts. What are you intending or looking for or going to throw down decent amount of money with limited releases this year?
I'm genuinely curious.
How choosy are you becoming? Or are you just running, just like we used to back in the day, from liquor store to liquor store trying to find that truck that's flying around like you used to?
I used to do it.
Yeah.
I used to do it.
Everybody did. We all had that time.
Please let us know in the comments. Please. Again, this is more for a conversation. I don't want to sound ungrateful or rude or anything like that. That's just kind of my opinion on the whole state of the allocated whiskey market, things that I'm not looking forward to. And this didn't touch on things like, the Elijah Craig Barrel Proofs or the Bookers or some of the other Midwinter Night's Dram, some of the other ones that we've talked about in the past that I'm either skipping entirely or just no longer excited about either. These are just a little bit more high profile ones that you truly only see about once a year. So please let us know in the comments what your thoughts are, if you think I'm dumb, or if you're also kind of following the same, these aren't super exciting to me anymore, kind of a thought mentality. So
yeah,
this is an uncomfortable video for me to do. So
yeah, how uncomfortable would it be for you to do a blind on these on Friday?
I'll do that.
Hey, you guys don't want to see it, that's fine too. Trust me, you're not going to hurt my feelings. But if you do want to see something like that, let us know. All right, guys, that's all I got for you.
Well, actually, so I'll build on that. Take like a smaller distillery,
okay,
like a Peerless 10,
yeah,
and get some really solid allocated releases. Do those in a blind, and
see what happens.
We'll see what happens. If it goes poorly, I'll eat a sock.
You don't say that because you have no idea already how many people say, when's Trenton going to grill up that flip-flop?
No, I know I do owe some people a flip flop or two, and maybe even a sock this Friday. Let us know what you want to see. Maybe we'll do a stream of me just eating inanimate objects, grilling them up.
You're on your own on that one, my brother.
Oh, you don't want to dig into?
Probably not. I'm sure your mom's got some old pair of flip-flops up there. She wouldn't mind discarding and giving you one of them.
We'll have to have the gastroenterologist on standby. Something like. We'll get Ken. He's an EMT or a paramedic. Yeah, it'll be fine.
We got to end it there, guys. As always, we ask you to please drink responsibly. See you next time right down here with Trent and me in a good old basement bourbon bar. See you later.